Hey y'all, it's Melissa at Messy Creates. I've got some Halloween stuff out. I haven't done any specific Halloween crafting yet, and I thought I would do a little bit. I'm going to be making some more the paperclip tassels, and I'm going to make them. I have a couple that are Halloween. These are the ones that I have left. They're not all listed, but these two right here are Halloween related. I've got pumpkin, sunflower, scarecrow, witch's hat, moon with bats, and then 2 fall leaves. They're not all listed, but if you have an interest in one of them, let me know, and I will make sure it's listed. But what I'm going to do is I want to do a couple of combos. So I want to make, you've seen me make, maybe you haven't, if you're new, you haven't seen me make these pockets before. Now these pockets they have a pocket and a tuck. And then here's the tag. It's got room for a tag, and then it's got like a little border. It's a snug fit. There we go. But, and then it has a little border right here, and then it has a tuck where you can tuck a picture, or you can use this to frame a picture, or just write more journaling spot, you know, whatever. This one I made a little taller, and I didn't add the little piece right here, this little border. I just put lace here. So, anyway, I thought I'd show you these. These are ones that I had made for fall. And I was going to make some Halloween ones. Ideally, in my head, I would make a pocket and a paper clip, and then maybe like a cluster or something, or a journaling spot. I want to do groups of 3 to post on my in my Etsy store. So, but I don't know that I can get. I might have to do pockets, then paper clips, then journaling spots, because I'm not sure I can have everything out in one video, because my desk is already a mess. Okay, so first off, I have some of Tim Holtz mica sprays, and I had them right here so that I could show you what they look like, and I must have left them in the kitchen. Okay, anyway, this is, they have shimmer. This one is like moon, harvest moon or something moon. This one is not hocus pocus, but something. It's a shimmery purple, but they're, and then I forgot what color. I had them right here, so I could tell you what color they are. But anyway, so I went and I sprayed some more today. I've got 2 different shades of green, and then I've got 3 different shades of purple, and then I've got the 2 yellow and 2 orange, and then I did this little die cut. It looks like a black iron gate. I thought it would be fun on a tag. So let me move this out of the way. These I sized to be, to go into the tuck right here. I didn't make that one a tuck. Okay. That one is just a border, but these would go in like right here. And I thought the shimmer would be fun to add for Halloween and fall and whatever. I have some fall colors too, but right now I focused on more of the Halloween. And I'm going to set these to the side. I have some other embellishments. I have stuff galore. I have some of these felt things. These are like little, they're not glass, but they're probably resin or whatever. These little dress it up wooden little Halloween emblems. I have some black cats and moons with bats. These are just stickers, ghost stickers. These are like dimensional stickers. So I thought these would be fun. And then I have this right here. These are big googly eyes. I was honestly going to just list these on Etsy because they're not open. And I still might, unless I decide to use something on it. But if anybody's interested in these, let me know, and I won't open them. I will list them instead. But, or we might play with them now. I don't know. But if I haven't opened them by the end of the video and you want, or you're interested in something in that collection, let me know, or the whole thing, or whatever. Okay, so onward and forward. I have some bases to the pockets right here that I already have cut out. I cut them, I cut a 12 by 12 white scrapbook paper, or cardstock weight. And then I cut 5-inch strips. And I didn't think about it, but I might should have done black. Huh. I might have to try that. Well, we might try it on, anyway, we might try it on another one. But we're going to cover the paper anyway. So I was digging out my Halloween-ish paper, and this is what I came up with. This is just a scrap. And then this says Happy Halloween on the back, but on this side it has some fun cut-aparts. So I thought that might be more fun to play with, like on the tag or the pocket. I've got some, this one right here matches Mr. Frankenstein. Remember him? He was my favorite. And I have another one of them. So, he was my favorite. And I think that paper matches him really well. And so, anyway. But I've got, oh, I dropped one. Little witches' hats and whatever. So I have, this purple paper is super cute. I think this is adorable. And then I just have some plain black and white, or black and white, black and orange. And some black. This has like bird cages or whatever. Anyway, you get the idea. You don't need me to go through all of this. It just says boo and scary eyes and black and orange and more black and orange. And then this one is purple and orange, and it's solid purple on the back. I might use that one for a tag. I don't know that I would. I don't want to use double-sided paper for just to glue down on a pocket. I even made some purple of my paper buttons, just in case we use those. I have another sparkly button. I feel like I have a real shadow here today, and I'm not sure why. So I hope this is coming across clear. Anyway, I have more stuff on my desk than I know what to do with. But I have some candy corn paper. I have some purple and orange just in yellow cardstock. Just in case we need those for tags. I was trying to go through and coordinate like what papers went together. So for example, and then I have some material if I need it. But like these purple ones I would use for like, because you use a piece to back here and then a piece here and then a piece across the middle. And I thought this combination was kind of cute. So we could do that. I also had, let me not lose this little gate thing, the border. And I have another, oh, I have more with purple. I have this one and this one. So I might use, I like that combination, I think. I would use this more with orange. And then I would use this for a border or just a piece. So I'll set it to the side. So let's get, and I have candy corn. I looked in my buttons. I thought I had a candy corn button, but I don't. Or if I do, I haven't found it yet. So let me show you. Oh, I need my scoreboard. And yes, I got it at a thrift store for $4.99. It's a We Are Memory Keepers. I'm going to have to remind myself how I did this. I always have to, I think I score it at, okay, 6.5. And then again at 4.5, I think. Or no, I do 1 inch. That's right. So let's, here it is. So let me find my score thing. So 6.5. So that means your pocket's going to be 6.5 inches tall. And then I turned the short end around and I do 1 inch. I think on some of them I did 1.5 when I first started doing it. But anyway, you fold this up like this, and then you fold this one down, and it gives you a pocket and a tuck. And I could have done that a little bit better, but I'll go back and fix it. So let's get these scored. So 6.5. Now, if you don't want the little tuck, just score it at like 7. Hold on, let me do this. I gotta concentrate. Yikes. Okay, so if you didn't want the tuck and you just wanted one like this, I think I just scored it at 7. Yeah. So it's 7 inches tall by 5 inches wide. But I think we're gonna make all these with do we want all tucks? We might as well. They're cute. 6.5. Flip it around and do 1. And I just kind of came up with this on my own. I just was playing around with wanting some pockets, and I don't know, it just kind of came to me. So get these folded. Helps if you use the flat side of the scoring tool and not the rounded side. But you do want them lined up though. You don't have to be perfect, but you do want them lined up. So I did this first one in a hurry and I got it off kilter a little bit, so let me fix it. It's still a little off kilter, but it's okay. It will be, and it might just be that I didn't cut it even or something like that, but we can always go back and trim it afterwards. So we have 3 pockets to play with. I want to start with this combination. I pulled out 2 of those and didn't mean to. Oh, I also have, oh, that is that one. Okay. I was like, ooh, I have another one. I'm sure I do, but this is the combination I want to play with now. So what I want is to cut a 5-inch strip of each of these. Okay, so I'm cutting a 5-inch strip. Okay, there's my 5-inch strip, and I'm setting this one to the side. And I guess I was going to do it this way, but the spiders are running up, so I'm going to do it vertically. So here's 5 inches. And then set that one to the side. So you can get 2 per, and then you have a 2-inch, you get 2 per piece of paper, and then you get a 2-inch strip left over to do whatever else you want to do with it. And wait, hold on, I'm not done. Okay, so this one, and I do not have my ruler still. That is not good. Surely I have another ruler in here somewhere. I do. I have my 0 ruler. Anyway, it's good enough. I don't need it to go above. Okay. So you want to cut one piece. It's 5 inches wide. So all of our strips are 5 inches wide. So the piece that goes in here, you're going to want about 2.5 inches. And the piece that goes here, you're going to want about 4 inches. Because you want it to go far enough under that you can't see it. So I want this piece to be my biggest piece. So I'm going to cut 4 inches of this. This will be my front piece. And then you can alternate them on the next one if you want. And then this one is going to be my background, so I want 2.5 inches on here. And then so we have 2.5 inches. And then I want a 1-inch strip for the border. Like that. Okay. So now we have all of our pieces ready to glue for our one pocket. And then, I can't believe I can't find my metal ruler, y'all. I don't think I've ever misplaced anything this long before. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one here. And this one up here. And this is going to be our little border right here. Oh, can you see? So what do you think of that? I think it's cute. So, let me get my little glue paper out. I was going to use this one on here until I saw this polka dot, and I think I like the polka dot better. So, let me get my glue paper and my glue stick. And we're going to glue this paper first. And then, obviously, you want to glue all these down before you glue your pockets down. Because you want to be able to slide them up underneath the little tuck in the pocket. I got glue all over the place. Let's shift this a little bit. Whoop, not that much. Let's find a happy medium. I got glue on the back. Hold on. Let me line this up. I did not do a good job lining it up to begin with. Apparently I still didn't. Okay. Thinking my base was off just a hair. I had cut these a while back. I didn't cut them today. Because I was going to make, when I made tags last time, I cut them. So, you know, sometimes you can be off even with a trimmer, right? But whatever sticks out or whatever, you can fix it at the end. So this one we want up here at the top. So see, this is why you wouldn't want to glue your pocket shut, because you want to be able to get this. You want to get it. There we go. I have a little bit of white showing over here. I'm going to see if I can scooch it this way just a little bit. There we go. All right. That looks good. Okay. And now I'm going to glue this one down. This one you can do last. It doesn't matter, but I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down, and then I can close my glue stick. So, oh, I hear more sirens. Okay. So what do we think of that? I think it's cute. Okay, now I'm going to use my art glitter glue. And I'm going to start closing up pockets. So I'm going to put it on here, not on there, so that I know exactly how high up to go. I try to go as close to the edge as I can. Nope. Like that. And then you just close it. And give it a minute to dry. Well, not a whole minute, but give it a few seconds to stick. And then you're going to do the same thing with this one. Like that. And like that. And there we go. It's a way of, you can do it just out of cardstock, but this was scrapbook paper weight. And so it wouldn't have made a very substantial pocket. So that's why, that is one of the reasons why I use the white bases. This is not a heavy cardstock either, but by the time you glue other paper onto it and everything, it makes it sturdy. But it's a way of saving your scrapbook paper. Because you're only using chunks of, you're using smaller pieces of your pattern paper, so they go further, right? And, well, I got glue on this one. Anyway, you have a place, you can tip it in or glue it down, whichever. If you tip it in, you can use this as a writing spot. Let me recap my glue. And then we're going to, I want to look and see at my sprayed pieces what I have, or what would look best. Oh, all my paper's falling. Hold on, avalanche. Avalanche alert. Avalanche alert. I put too many heavy things on top of my, there we go. Okay. So I want to kind of see what color looks best with this. Obviously, I want to try a purple. Okay, this is a very blue purple, and I wish that I had these in here. I could tell you what color they were, but I apparently did not bring them in here because I am not seeing them at all. That's too blue of a purple. This is more of a pink purple. It matches pretty well. That looks pretty cute. I imagine that the yellow or green would look good too. So see, that one would look good. And I kind of want it to get started on this video because if I want to spray more paper, I need to do it tomorrow, not tonight. Now these are two different color greens. This is more of a lighter green. I think it's called Elixir or something. I'm thinking this might be the best bet. Or I use the purple on here and do a light green tag or yellow tag. This is the only purple cardstock that I have that I could make a tag with. I have orange. Let's see. I'm thinking it's not the right color. It is the right color. Well, it's an okay color orange. This is more of a red orange. Let me double check my stash here. Because I also have yellow and I have black. We can make the tag black. That's where I cut that little iron gate out of. Actually, the black would look good. Okay. Didn't even think about that. And we want these 4 inches wide by, yeah, you want it the same as your other piece. You want them 4 inches wide by about maybe 5.5 inches tall, something like that. 5 to 5.5. May depend on what you're going to put on top of it. So let me see if I can get a 4-inch strip. Let's see. If I go this way, this is 8.5, so I could get 2 out of, no, I can't. If I go this way, I can get 2 out of there if I need to. Okay, so we've got a 4-inch strip. And I'm going to split the difference because this is 11. Yeah, 5.5. It should be 8.5 by 11 paper, and 5.5 would be exactly half. So that would fit perfectly. And then you have no waste. Let's see how that looks in there with the green. It's had plenty of time to dry, so you might have to like kind of bow it in and stretch it out a little bit. And then obviously I'd want to put something at the top. Now this material is not gonna go well with, this is the only Halloween material I have. I have some pumpkin material, but not, you know, not Halloween. If you make your card, this shimmer is getting all over the black. I can see it. So, let's see. I also had made these 1-inch strips just in case we wanted some sparkle on here. But, in this case, we used the polka dot. So, let's think of I have some ribbon. I had it right here. Some shimmery purple ribbon. And I think if we were to use our Let's see if I can tell. I always have a hard time telling where this is going to punch. It punches so far back that it's hard to... Okay, and then you got to get it centered. Okay, I wanted it in a little bit further than that, but because I don't want to tear the paper, so I just won't be able to pull tight. So I'm going to trim. I'm going to trim this. No, I'm not. I'm going to cut it. Oh, I'm going to knock my thing over first. That was my trimmer hitting the floor. And I want to put it through here. This is not super thick cardstock, so I'm not going to be able to pull really tight. And this is wired ribbon. So hopefully it will make a, I always forget what kind of knot this is, but I hope you can see. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, if you know, you can put it in the comments. Yeah, I'm afraid to pull too hard because I did it pretty close to the edge of the... And I've never done this with wired ribbon before. So... I pull it this way, and then I can pull it that way. And I can't pull it because it's tearing the, or it's going to tear the thing. But anyway, so that's good enough. It's not going to come loose. And then you have your little ribbon at the top, and you can even them up. Do a little angle and another little angle. And then we'll put the tag back in there. Now, do we wish we had done the purple bottom piece? I don't think so. I might be wishing I had used a green one of these and then purple. Oh, that shimmer is coming off of it on the mica spray. Anyway, so like this one I would put with... let's see, the one I already have made is a purple witch's hat. Like this one right here is a purple and green witch's hat. And I would put that with that one, I think. I think that's cute. Or I have a ghost one or something like that. And then I would do, how about a... we could do a cluster. We could do a, what could we do? We could do another pocket. Let's see. And I can dress this up. I would need something along the lines of Boo across here. Or like a black bat maybe, or something like that. I kind of hate to open these, but I kind of want to use them too. Oh, look at this Happy Halloween. That one's cute. Let's see what else we have. We have these are kind of wooden. That's just a black witch. It's not going to show up very well on there. The Halloween wood. But let's think about that. Let's make another pocket. So... let's see what we want. Well, this one has a white base. This one has a white base. I'm kind of thinking either using this one or this one. I kind of like this combination. It's just strictly orange, black, and white. And then if I wanted to use some of this material, I could use the material. And then I could use it with, well, I would have to make like, because this is yellow, this is like a moon with a bat, and it's not orange. But we could put it with, I could make a paper clip that has a jack-o'-lantern. Or the one with the little kitty on the top, or this one. I could make another one. One of these has already sold. This little jack-o'-lantern with the little hat, the witch's hat. That one I could use for just that paper right there. And then I have some cute little ghosts and some haunted houses. If you see something in particular that you want me to make for you, let me know. And I can get it made and listed probably over the weekend. Or maybe even tomorrow. Here's just a bat. That one would be super cute. But I think the orange jack-o'-lantern, or the orange kitty cat with the jack-o'-lantern would be my favorite with this set. So, which one do we want for... Actually, this one, I might forego this paper and use, like, this is the background and this is the foreground, and then maybe one of the orange strips for the border, or I don't have black mica spray. Yeah, I'm thinking that might work. That might just work. So let's cut our little strips down. So we have this one ready to go. I do want to make a third thing to go with it. So, I'm just looking around at the stuff that I have that I could make clusters with. Or, actually just a journaling spot, to be honest with you, because I think that would be fun. I did not mean to cut that at 6. Wow, that stinks. Oh, that's torn anyway, huh? Okay, well, let's see if we can make this 5. That's not going to cut off the torn piece, but let's do it anyway. And we can use those as our inch strips. And then let's see if that's, what did I say, 4.5? I think so. I could make this the front. Well, I could make it the back too. That's what I was going to originally do, was make this the background. So I want 2.5 of this one. And that's a 6-inch piece that I miscut. So we have that one and that one. So this is the background. So let's cut 5. I was looking at 5 and I ooched it to 6. And did not mean to. So this one I want at 4.5 inches. And put the extra to the side. And I think that'll look cute. I need, no I don't. We need to glue this on. What did I do with, just had my glue paper. I'm gonna need something to connect those. I don't know, what do you think? I think by the time we get them glued in, and then, yeah, I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be all right. We might have to use the iron gate on that one. I don't know what I just did with my glue paper. Oh, it's on the floor. Okay, of course it is. Of course it is. Glue stick. Roll it up a little bit. So I don't do a whole lot of Halloween crafting, do you? I know some people really love it. We don't do, I mean, when my daughter was younger, I took her trick-or-treating and stuff like that. And we did, you know, trunk or treats and other things. But it's just never been my thing. I mean, I'm sure I enjoyed trick-or-treating as a kid. We didn't, okay, I cut that one way too tall. Huh, how did that happen? Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I'm all out of whack today, huh? Well, the good news is I can just trim a little bit of it off. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be hidden. And apparently the answer to that was 4, not 4.5. Okay. So let me see if I can scooch this just a hair. There we go. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but you know what I mean. Good enough. Okay, and then this one is my 2.5. So I think it was 2.5 and then 4. So those papers are going to be, they're not going to give us as many tags as they would if I had cut them correctly. But that's okay. I'm just glad to be using the paper because I don't use the Halloween paper a whole lot. Let's see. I will dress up my day on my journal with Halloween, but I probably won't do it, you know, the rest of the days. Okay, so now let's play with this. We can go ahead and glue this down and glue the rest of the pockets down while we play with what we want on the center. And again, if you have any overage or anything, just trim it off. And a little bit here. Let's do this side first. So I'll stick my hand in it. And then this side. And then we'll find the trim that we want to go on here. I'm thinking this shimmery orange. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think? Let me look at the paper one more time just to make sure that I don't have something fun that was hiding. What I was thinking is this orange with this gate on it. That's what I was thinking. I think that would be perfect. I think that one would be perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So this is the orange shimmer. This one's called Jack-o'-lantern. I do know that because I only have one orange. And it's called Jack-o'-lantern. And then I'm going to finish this one and then I'm going to have to go. And then we'll come back. And then we will fix the tags and whatever else. And this one, I'm going to need my art glitter glue. And probably my reverse tweezers. Okay. Because this one's very intricate. And I probably should have put my glasses on and I did not. I don't need my glasses to see things like at most of the things in my house are close enough or far enough away. You know what I mean? Other than just really small, detailed, intricate things that are, or, you know, like watching TV or whatever. But a lot of times I don't wear them around the house. I need them to drive and to see long distances and stuff like that. But, and things that are close up, very close up. But anyway, and I didn't need to put glue on the whole thing. So, because we're gonna put this right in the middle. Well, I was hoping to get this more on here than not, but you don't get much of a chance with art glitter glue. Once it's down, it's down. There we go. Okay. Cute. That looks cute. Okay, that tied the black in there for sure. And then we're just going to trim this off. And then we're going to trim this little bit off. And then alrighty. Like I said, I will come back and we will finish with the tag, and I might just use the black tag again, and maybe it was sitting on the shimmer stuff, and then maybe some of this a little bit of this material, or I'll find some ribbon or whatever, and then we'll find a tuck to go up under here, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I want to finish this one. I did cut down the fabric, and I want to put it on this tag. And I also found a button in my stash, and I just put some black and white twine on it. I didn't make these very long. I just wanted them to just stick up a little bit. I'm using my little tiny Tim attacher. Uh-oh. Am I running out of staples? I hope not. And then I want to put this button on top of here. And so that one's going to take a minute to dry. So let's go ahead and put this back in here. And we'll let it dry on the thing. Okay, so full disclosure, I had Spanish class last night, so I had to leave. That's why I had to stop the video. And then I'd cleared my desk so that I could have my iPad in here. I do it via Zoom. And I put everything to the side, I thought, and somehow or another, I lost this tag. So I went to go do this video earlier, and I had to spend about 15-20 minutes finding this tag so that I could finish it. So I'm just batting 1,000. But that's what happens when your room is a mess and you've got 85 projects going at one time. Okay, so I'm going to set this to the side. It had actually fallen on the floor. I figured it had gotten lost in between the papers that I got up off of the desk. So I looked all through those papers, but it had actually fallen down on the floor right beside my foot. So anyway, so there's my woes for the day. So anyway, I thought I might have time, since I already cut all the papers, I might have time to finish a few more that I put together in the meantime. And all I need is my glue paper. And we can make this one. I thought this looked cute with this black and white polka dot paper. And if we have time, I've got to keep in mind how long the other part of the video was. I'm going to edit down a little bit of it, but not much. Just things like where it took me 5 minutes to find my scoreboard, and okay, it didn't take me a full 5 minutes to find my scoreboard, but it took me a few seconds. So I'll edit out little chunks like that, but it's not going to add up to many minutes. So I've got to keep in mind how long that part was and not make this part too terribly long. But if we have time to finish one or two of these, I would like to do them. Or at least get them glued on and figure out what we're going to do. I've already got some tags cut down. So I've already done that part. And let me try this way. See if I can see better angled this way. Okay. Whoa. I slid it. Big, boop, boop, boop. Boy, you want it to slide a little bit, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's taken off half a mile. Okay. But at least with glue stick, you have some wiggle room. Because I've got a little bit of white edge over here on the left now. And a little bit of overage right on the other side. Okay, it's down. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so let's glue this one on, or glue this one together, and it can be drying while we glue the papers on one of the other ones. The art glitter glue doesn't take long to dry anyway, but it doesn't hurt to give it a minute to dry, just to get it to catch. And anyway, so I will probably do paper clips in another video. And then oh, I thought about, because I don't know if you can see this or not. Yeah, you can. They all have green eyes. So this is that green shimmery border, or the little 1-inch strip that I'd cut. I know that it's just orange and black, but I thought I'd bring out the green with this little strip. So I'm gonna do this with I mean, I could do it with art glitter glue, but I'm gonna do it with glue stick. It's cardstock, but it's not real thick cardstock, so I think it'll be all right with glue stick. There. So I thought that would bring out the green. And then we'll use probably a black tag, or we could use a green tag. I don't think the green tag will look quite as, I don't know. What do we think of that? What now? I just said I was going to let that one sit there and dry, and before we fiddled with the tags, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. How quickly we forget. Okay, so this is one of my favorite papers, and I don't remember where I got it, and so I don't know if I can find it again. And I'm almost out of it, so, and I love this paper. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one and use this one in my journal, or if I'm going to sell this one, or put it, you know, list it with the grouping. Oh, I got it from Hobby Lobby. That figures. I wonder if they have any more. Not that I really need any more, but and at this point, if I get more, I'm just going to have to store it till next year. But I've been hearing, let's talk about Joann's and Michael's for a second. I heard a commercial from Michael's that says that they have, what do they call it, a knit and sew shop or something now. Has anybody else heard? And look at the glue that I got on that. And I thought I would just go with solid orange for the background, because I couldn't find anything else that really went with that fabric. I mean, that paper. And really I could have done this one in an orange base, and that would have looked good. And then I wouldn't have had to add this little one, but I don't have orange in a 12 by 12. So I would have had to have used an 8.5 by 11, and it would have, you'd only gotten one. No, you wouldn't have even gotten one pocket out of it, because we used all 12 inches. I mean, you could have modified it to make it, but it would have been like an inch shorter, or you wouldn't have the flap. Now, what did I have? Oh, put the glue paper away too fast. Here is the... anyway, has anybody been in Michael's recently? I was by there yesterday, but I did not have time to stop. So I do not know if ours has material, but I was really hoping that somebody picked up the slack, because right now, like, the only store I have to buy material or stuff from is Hobby Lobby, which they usually have a pretty decent selection, but Joann's always had a very good selection of fabric. And so I was just curious if anybody's been in their Michael's lately to see if they had material and such. So let me know if you have. That would be pretty cool. Ours is not a very large Michaels. I mean, I don't know what. We have two, one in this county and one in the next county over, which honestly, they're about the same distance from my house. So, it's not, you know, that big of a deal to go to the other one. The other one in the next county over, I think, is bigger. I've only been there one time. And, let's see, I'm going to have to work quickly if we're going to play and decorate. I probably should have stopped with that last one, but you'll at least get... Oh, this one was called Spooky Friends. I should have looked at what... This one I like too. I think this one's cute. And it came from Hobby Lobby also. In their single pack, their single papers, not a pack. I did not have a Halloween pack until my sister gave me, well, or I bought from her when she was moving. She let me pre-shop her yard sale. And so I got, it's not a whole Halloween pack. It's like a 3-season pack. It's got fall, Halloween, and Christmas. And it's an older pack. It's not my favorite. But I did get some of these papers out of it, which like this polka dot and whatever, that was cute. The Halloween stuff was pretty cute in it, but the fall was like really red. It was really bright red, and the Christmas was just, I don't know, it just looked dated to me. Okay, come on, don't. There we go. I was gonna say, don't you wrinkle. Okay, cap the glue stick. And let's get this one glued in. And like that. And like this. And then I still have to find what I'm going to put on this border. So we'll do that in a moment. Let me recap this. A big old glue blob at the end of it. Get it in the garbage. Okay. So this one, I think I thought I have this ready and this ready. So I think that I thought, oh, I was going to make an orange button or a black button, and I didn't. Huh. Okay, I'll have to do that. But I was going to make, I think I was going to do this one a black, as well as this one, and put that on there since it matched, and it was the other half of that. And I will have to find, or what I'll do is I'll make, I mean, I could put this yellow one on there. Oh, wait. I have a green one with the shimmery. I just don't have it threaded yet. I could do that. I just haven't threaded it, but I would thread it with like black and white like I did this yellow. And that would be cute. I've got the yellow with the orange. That one I may use on, I don't know, we'll see. Or I'm sure I can find another real black button. But let me staple this on. And I have plenty of ribbon. Yeah, I did run out of staples. Well, I don't have time to reload that. I only have a few minutes left. So just picture this one. And I haven't decided what I was going to put under here yet. But picture that with that. Or I could punch a hole in it and put some, I've got some Halloween ribbon. Oh, I've got this green that says Halloween. That would be cute. Or I've got this green that says Boo. That would be cute too, rather than this. And that ties the green in a little bit better. So I could do that. But this green that says Halloween has black Halloween on it. So that might be more fun. They're a darker green. Let me see what else I have. Have another green. Oh, it just has spider webs on it. That one might be cute. I could use both. But I'll probably use that on that, and then I'll just loop it instead of putting a button on it. So imagine that one, and then we'll probably put a green. I know that matches that's the same as that. I don't like that too much. Unless I use, what about an orange? I was thinking that was going to be too much orange, but that looks pretty good, I think. Just as a tuck. Okay, so there's that one. Well, we'll put the ribbon on there. And, oh no, I just dropped all my ribbon on the floor. We're going to pretend that one's done. And I have purple ribbon. Oh, this has candy on it. I think I'll use that on that. And some of this purple ribbon down here. Look at this. Look at that. And look at that. But see, that's what I would make the paper clip with for this one. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. I'm going to try to do that video next. And I have a purple tag for this one. And then I need to look and see if I don't have another orange. Let me see if I can put a darker green. Oh, I could put the green. This is a darker green. Well, I would probably use a green one on here. That needs a lighter green. I need to spray some more green. I only had the one. But that doesn't look horrible. It definitely ties the orange, purple, and green into it. And then we'll use this string for that tag. So imagine I've looped that tag. And then this one, I have a green tag. Oh, we didn't put a thingy on it. I think I was going to use this purple. I think that purple looks pretty good. And then, but I would have wanted to use that purple tag for that one. Or the tuck spot. So, I'm not real sure. Nah, I don't want more polka dots, I don't think. I mean, it's a different polka dot pattern. I could put this on cardstock and make it a tuck. But it's very flimsy paper. I mean, it's just very thin paper. Or I could do the strip not in purple, and I don't know if I like that. That doesn't match that's not the right orange. What else do I have? I don't have, oh wait, is there any yellow in there? No. There's no yellow, but actually it doesn't look bad. Huh. I have 2 different color purples. I could use this kind of pinkish purple right here and then use this one under here. Does that look bad? It's not great. I don't know. I may have to figure this one out off camera because my time is up as far as you know, what time I have allotted for this video. So, I have plenty. I haven't done many yellow. I had plenty of yellow tags. I need to do one with like candy corn or yellow or something like that. And I will figure this one out. But I like these purples with this one. So whether I use that purple right there and then that under there, I think it's just, I don't want them to be the same. So I probably will use this. Or, wait. I wonder how this would look. That would probably look cute. Okay, let me cut that real quick. This might just end up being a longer video. And cut a strip of that. I already had my, you know, my once you have your 5-inch pieces cut, you can get several strips out of them, or tags, or tops, bottoms. You can mix and match them. Like the next one, I can do this in the front and this in the back. Okay, I definitely like that. Yes, definitely like that. Okay. Let me glue that down. If I didn't already lose my glue paper, I didn't. It's right here. I was just fumbling through the papers. So we'll get this one on, and then we'll get some cute ribbon or something. I have, I do have a purple, yeah, I showed you that. Purple paper button with the orange on it. I don't know if I was going to use it on this one. It's the same, no, it's the same color as the tag. I think I would use it on this one, if I use it at all. But, and then I have the yellow one ready to go, and I have a yellow and orange one ready to go. I have another green and purple cut, and then I have this purple sparkly one. But I haven't used it yet. But anyway, so I'm going to, let me know if you're interested in these, and I'll keep making them. If not, I'm going to stop with what I have and get the rest, the other pieces made, finish these up, get the other pieces made, and then get them listed in the shop. But if you see something that you want, speak up, and I can always put a reserved listing for you on Etsy. It would be reserved for you. So in the next video, I will do the paper clips, and I'll match them, I'll pair them with that. I may just do the journal spots off camera. That way it doesn't take so long. So anyway, I know this was a long video, but we got 4 of them kind of made, so that was good. All right, y'all have a great day. Let me know if you see something that you like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.